Yo, everybody. Anybody out there looking at me, man? This is Bruce Goes. I'm once again trying to get my YouTube and my StreamYard here together. Maybe put on a little broadcast, but mostly this is gratitude because I lucked out. I've been out here for 2 weeks. I have over 140 subs, and it's very humbling, man. I appreciate that. And anybody who subbed, man, it's Uh, all I can say is I appreciate it. I got my YouTube going on here. I got my Facebook. And anybody who wait a minute here, let me fix the volume on here. I got my brother Mo Boxing out there, the number one grinder, the Jedi. All right, man. Make sure you boot up in my site over here, man. And we're gonna talk a little bit about what we saw this weekend. It was some great fights, man. I had a really good time, man. Started off Friday afternoon. I was psyched up for that Demetrius Andrade fight, man. Being from Rhode Island, that's my homeboy, man. Demetrius Andrade, he's the real deal, man. And it was good to see him back in action again. Everybody said he's been ducking, he's been inactive. Well, yeah, no, that's true, man. The guy's 33 years old. He doesn't have time to sit around anymore. I mean, he was an awesome amateur fighter. Defeated. He's got an awesome amateur career. I'm not going to go into my box rec, but anyway, he came on as a big thing in Rhode Island, and nothing really happened. I mean, it was Rhode Island is very, very grateful. We follow our hometown boys like they're our hometown boys. I mean, we had Rocky Marciano, Marvin Hagler, Vinny Paz. They're New Englanders, but we all rode with them. Demetrius Andrade, and man, it was it's just been an incredible. We've had incredible boxers, and we all ride with them. We had a heavyweight, Jason Estrada, a few years ago. We expected big things from him, but it was what it was. Hey, a salute out there, Bethel Lily Music, my sweetheart from the Philippines. Always a sweet song, man. Great channel. You want to drop your link out there? Anybody wants to hear some good. Some good karaoke music. It's morning time with us, but it's evening time in the Philippines. And my good friend Bethel Lily and her friends, they always serenade us with some good music. But anyway, getting back to my thoughts on the fight Friday night. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be a lot of locals up there, but it was really cool, man. They had party buses from Rhode Island going up there. I was listening to some of the guys doing lives on YouTube, and they were getting called in by people on the party bus. They were just crossing the New Hampshire line. I mean, I could feel the vibes. There was definitely magic in the air. And Demetrius Andrade, bro, he did his thing. He shown, man. He showed what he was about. He took care of Jason Quigley in a no nonsense fashion. Everybody was talking about Demetrius, not a finisher. He'd knock you down, but then he'd go the distance with you. But bro, he looked really good. I was very impressed. Providence homeboy, man. Now we want to see him get some fights. I mean, he was calling out for everybody after the fight. When he got the microphone in his face, Eddie Hearns was there. The matchmaker from the Zone was there, and he's telling them, why can't I get the Charlos? Why can't you get me a fight with Triple G? Where's Danny Jacobs? I mean, it was cool, bro. I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do because there's no time to take any inactivity right now. I know these fighters they're shining in their into their 30s now. Back in the day, 33, that was you were on a decline. Very, very few fighters, especially at the middleweight division and below, fought at that age. But now, with the inactivity, with the advanced supplementation that we have, it's a new boxing world out there, and these guys seem ageless. I mean, dude, I was sitting here watching when George Foreman knocked out Michael Mora, 45-year-old George Foreman, bro. I mean, I got 20 years from that memory right now. But man, that was an awesome night. 150, my brother. Man, make sure you're wrenched up in here, my man. Yes, you are, my bro. Now you are. Yeah, man. I'm just like I said. I'm just coming on over here and. Basically what I wanted to do was really thank people for accepting me into this YouTube community, man. And it's just cool having supports and being able to jump on and getting people to come in here. But let's talk about what happened on Saturday night, man. That was the probably the biggest, the most highly anticipated fight of the year. Sean Porter and Bud Crawford and Mark Nash, my brother. Salute out there, man. I'm glad to see you in here, bro. I'm giving you a blue jacket and a Diamond Soul. I haven't seen you in here much lately, bro. You keep coming around and what the hell? I'm gonna give you a moderating jacket too over here because I can always take them away. And I always felt good when somebody gave me a moderation in their channel, man. It was I think I must have over 70 of them wrenches now, man. And it's kind of a feeling of acceptance. You're in the family, bro. And Mark Nash, I want to give him a shout out because he shouted out my station, my little YouTube channel here on his show. He's got a huge show, man. Everybody knows Mark Nash. 150, my brother, man. My brother in smoke over there. Speaking of which, it's that time. The Toka 2's still dirty from last night, so I'm gonna hit me a little bone over here. It was on the shelf last night. It was from leftover last night. I think this is a little green crack and some blueberry, just blueberry they call it. Very, 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 very nice flavor. It's actually my first Toka of the day, which is unusual at this time. It's almost noontime here. It's almost time for lunch. But anyway, let's get back to the fight. Passion was running high. I mean, everybody had an opinion on that fight. A lot of people were riding with Bud Crawford. A lot of people were riding with Sean Porter. What intrigued me about it was, man, we had the inactivity, and even in the last fights, they weren't. Neither one were that important or that impressive. Sean Porter beat Sebastian Formula. And I remember at the end of that fight, his father said, "Come on, Sean, let's get this kid out of here. Let's go home." And he didn't take him out. So maybe that said a little bit about the finishing powers of Sean Porter. And Bud Crawford, his last fight was Brooks, and he was getting beat until he caught Brooks. But the thing about Sean Porter is once he catches you, it's all over. He's like that hawk that grabs the fish, man. He is he's a finisher. He's the kind of a guy, man. I've seen that look in fighters' eyes before. Back in the day, I saw Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather Sr. at the Providence Civic Center, and Mayweather Sr. was ranked number 4 by the Ring Magazine. Sugar Ray Leonard was up and coming at the time. It was in 1978. He had just won the Olympics in '76. America needed a world champion because that's in '76. Muhammad Ali was the only American world champion out there. So we were primed for it, and boxing was getting huge on ABC's Wide World of Sports and CBS and NBC. It was before cable, but they were riding Sugar Ray Leonard. But what I was talking about, that finishing instinct. When I saw him hurt Floyd Mayweather Sr., that pretty boy face, I don't know if you want to call it the face of boxing, but it was always on the magazine covers. It was on Ring Magazine, Boxing Illustrated. Everybody loved Sugar Ray Leonard. He was brought into this country because he was accepted by the blacks, by the whites. He was like American as apple pie. Everybody liked Sugar Ray Leonard. He had that darling face. He had his sweetheart's picture tucked in his boot when he won the gold medal, and he said he wasn't going to turn pro. But then I believe either his mother or his father needed an operation. He needed $40,000. He went to Mike Trainer. That was his handler. He said, I need $40,000. He said, well, let's turn pro. And Sugar Ray Leonard, the rest is history. And we could get into the Sugar Ray Leonard story because that's great talk right there. My brother Trey X, man, salute to you, man. My workout brother on Big Duke's fourth quarter. And he's truly a boxing historian. He has an amazing trivia show, Urban Boxing, man. Trey X, big shout out to him, man. Everybody in here, Electro Jed, great channel, man. I was just watching him make his stuffing for Thanksgiving. It's a good feeling to get out here and just talk with the boys and the queens. Just chirp it up. But anyway, like I said, I'm getting off topic. I did want to talk a little bit about the fight on Saturday night, man. I saw it as a fantastic. I mean, the anticipation. First of all, I was frothing at the mouth, man. I was so psyched on that fight. That was to me, that was Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns. That's about as close as it's going to come in this generation. I hope we see Bud Crawford and Spence go at it, but all part of the drama in this on this great show we call boxing. Mark Nash. Oh yeah, that's right. I got these things I can do. I forgot all about this little thing I got. Leonard was the golden boy before Oscar. Yes, he was, man. Yes, he was. Howard Cosell made Sugar Ray Leonard that golden boy because Howard knew that America needed a sweetheart. America needed a champion. And damn, Sugar Ray Leonard fit that bill perfectly. I mean, he had that golden smile. He'd light up a room. He was a great interviewer. I mean, as we saw, he did some fantastic commentary. This is why I don't like about Jones. This is why I got to get my Toka 2 going. You got to keep lighting these suckers up if you're not constantly puffing on them. I'm not a good blunt roller. Blunts are a little after my time. I go buy the pre-rolled blunts, but I can roll me a little doobie up with one hand, bro. I was the official doobie roller back in high school. You know, everybody get a bag and dump it on the albums. All the seeds would come spilling out. And, hey, Bruce. And then I learned that trick with the dollar bill where you could, it was just like a machine, and that was action. But anyway, the fight. The anticipation was wild. Everybody had somebody that they were rooting for. It was, I mean, they met in center ring. It was going to happen. It was the fight, man. I was psyched. I was all day. We were talking about this fight. Everybody's making predictions, and they came out. They didn't disappoint. Bud Crawford came out there a little tentatively. Sean Porter, he looked like he was built for a bodybuilding contest. He was ripped, man. He had fucking traps going on. You could see the vascularity in his arms. Whereas Crawford, very lean, very muscular, really seriously more like a boxer's physique, like the perfect boxer's physique. Anyway, Sean Porter tried to rough him up on the inside. He was effective, man. He did very, very well. It was a back and forth fight. I was giving Sean Porter the edge because he seemed to be the guy going forward. And what I didn't realize was an intelligent boxer like Bud Crawford, he was downloading all that information. He was taking it all in, just looking for that opening. And finally, in the ninth round, he landed that left hand, and he knocked Bud on his ass, and it was towards the end of the knocked Sean on his ass. Sean got up with a smile on his face like he always does. I mean, he's got a granite chin. He's not a quitter. That's one thing you can't say about the man. I mean, he is an animal. He's old school warrior, and he came back. He finished the round, but after that round was over, his father saw something. It's tough having a father as your trainer. I guess there's the goods and the bads. He knows what makes your heart beat. He's got the same blood going through his veins. But man, the feelings that have to be there, and I don't know if this is true. This is what I think happened. I think when the round got over, he went back to the round. His father wanted to stop the fight because he saw that Sean wasn't. Well, he said it. I mean, it was kind of very, very poor taste when he called him out for not being trained for the fight. When he's the trainer, I mean, he should have known better. Chi-Town's finest, my brother in Volts, UK, man, Larry Merchant. Thank you all for coming by here, man. I really appreciate it. Damn, that's the thing about getting old. You kind of lose your train of thought over here. Okay, we're talking about the end of the fight. I thought it was an even fight going into that ninth round, but Bud, like I said earlier, man, he just has levels. He's just he's a fighter who improves with every fight. He dissects a fighter. I think he was downloading Sean, and man, when that round was over and he got up and went back to his corner, I think his father said he wanted to stop the fight. Sean said no. He said, "You go down one more time, I'm going to stop the fight." he went out for the 10th round, and Bud Crawford was on him. Like I said before, Bud Crawford is a hawk. I look out my window and I see these waterfowl. I guess they're kingfishers, and there's some hawks, but they'll go down. I'll see them grab a 7-inch fish out of the water, and that's it, man. That fish is done. It's like my brother Bud Crawford. Once he hurts you, he's like that hawk that's got that fish. He's not letting you go. You're his meal. And he did that to Sean. I think Sean's father saw that. Kenny Porter said, if you go down again, I'm going to stop the fight. You saw when Sean went down, he banged the mat because he knew that was over. And I mean, you know, Kenny Porter just saw. He saw the. He knew how good Sean. He knew how good Bud Crawford was. How he was starting to click back, getting that rust out. And he knew Sean wasn't ready for that. I mean, he was not going to be able to take those punches. And he did the thing that a father did. I mean, you know, it was a tough way to end the fight. A lot of people argued about it. I mean, you can see if Freddie Roach was in the corner instead of Kenny Porter, the fight would have gone on. And Lord knows what could have happened, because, you know, Bud Crawford, look at his record in championship fights. I wrote it down the other night. I didn't know if I still have it. I don't think I do, but it's something like Sean Porter is 4-4 with 1 knockout in championship fights. Bud Crawford now is 16-0 with 14 knockouts in championship fights. I mean, that just has to make your eyes go. Let me look at this here. I mean, the man's been in the spotlight. He's won in the spotlight. And the thing is, he's knocked out almost everybody that he's faced. Where Sean Porter, decent fighter. You can't take anything away from him. He's a dog. I mean, this is the kind of guy that you can relate to. I mean, he goes back to the days, man. He is Jake LaMotta. I mean, he is somebody that I can think of in this era that in era gone by. Pat Mustafa Hamsho. He's a guy like that. Hey, my brother, Mr. Troll Killer, Mr. Shelton, man. Shout out to you, my brother. I'm glad you came on here, man. Peace to you, brother. Nothing but mad love and respect, man. Sub to Mr. Shelton, bro. Mr. Shelton, you want to drop your link out here, bro? You do that. I'm gonna give you your steel suit over here, my brother. I'm glad you came over here, man. I got a channel, man. I'm inviting everybody over here. We're gonna talk boxing. We're gonna talk some professional wrestling. We're gonna talk music. My music is jazz. You can see my boy John Coltrane and Miles Davis back there. I got over 3,000 jazz albums. I love jazz, man. I live for it. You know, I used to live for it. Now I don't know what I'm living for, but there's a lot of different hot topics in my life over here that I like to get on here and talk about. And jazz is one. Fine weed, man. You know, this is what I do every day. I'm in chronic pain. I'm on disability. I'm supposed to have both of my shoulders surgically replaced, man. You know, I used to be a big boy. I used to lift a lot of weights, and I did a lot of damage. You know, I was the idiot who said we were going to bench 400 pounds where it wasn't going to happen, bro. But anyway, man, I love the weed. The weed is my painkiller. I had a doctor who was prescribed me oxycodone for 8 years, man. I had to take Suboxone to get off the fucking things. It was a nightmare, bro. And you know, I've been smoking weed all my life. I started reading about the medicinal purposes of it, the medicinal powers, and now we've got CBD oil. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you know, I've been getting that CBD oil for a long time, man. You know, I've been getting that with the other benefits. Shout out to my brother Macadon One out there, man. Pleasure to see you here, bro. And I mean, you know, the reefer, there's many different strains out there. You know, some of them they recommend for migraine headaches, some for arthritis, you know, some to enhance the appetite. I mean, they found out that it's got cancer warding properties in it. Seriously, the people I know who've gotten sick, and I know some who've died from the nasty COVID, nobody who smokes the weed on a daily basis did. And you know, it's only a little antidote, but it's what I see in life, man. You know, this is it. See, there's no drugs out there that you can safely play with anymore. There's no weekend warriors, no experimenting. I mean, I remember the day you'd go to a party and somebody would put a mirror and a line in front of you, and if you didn't blast that line, you were kind of rude, but you knew what it was, man. You get a little smash of coke, and hey, the party went on. But now, man, with all this fentanyl and all the opiates out there, and it's an ugly world. There's no more soft drugs, man. This is the only mind-altering substance that I can do in safety, and I have a legal card for it. I don't have my wallet on me, but I am a legal patient of marijuana. So anyway, man, I'm not breaking any laws. The only thing it's doing is breaking my bank, because we go to those dispensaries, and man, it's like walking into like a kid walking into a candy store, and some of the names it is like candy, but gets me right. It really, a few lung blasters, it alleviates the pain that I go through on a daily basis. It just makes me, I don't know if it alleviates it, but it makes me not think about it. And, thank God for that. Thank God for the weed, man. The weed is a beautiful thing. Anybody that's gone through chronic pain, anybody has any intestinal disorders, if you haven't used weed as a medicinal thing, talk to your doctor. Talk to me. Talk to somebody who's been there and done that, bro. And I'm telling you, man, weed has saved my life. It's actually it was the gateway out of hard drugs. People say it's the gateway to harder drugs. It got me away from hard drugs, man. I am an advocate of smoking weed. They have amazing strains out now. They all taste so good. They look so good. The only thing is they're so damn expensive. Mr. Gumbo, my brother, the OG, thank you for coming over here, bro. You're hooked up, man. Mr. Gumbo, we go back since I got on the internet. He's been out there. Damn, I can't even think of his name anymore. Everybody changes their name so much on here. I think I'm the only guy that uses my real name on the internet. And, maybe I won't do that anymore when I start getting cats pounding on my doors with AK-47s in their hands and want to take me out for having a wrong opinion because I'm on the wrong side of the fence or whatever the fuck it may be. But anyways, I don't ride any fence, man. This is boxing, man. I love opinions. I love, like, the fight we had on Saturday night. It was almost a 50-50 fight. Maybe not in the ring with talent, but it was a 50-50 fight as far as the passions went. I heard some people that were backing Bud Crawford. They were giving all their reasons. They were backing Bud Crawford. Hey, I want one more stop over here for a couple more that came in here. My brother L Dub, man. In fact, L Dub, the first time I ever went online, L Dub invited me on there, and we did a talk about professional wrestling. I'll never forget that as long as I live. It kind of got my bug going to get hooked up here. There's a lot of people I can thank, man. My brother LeVar Cooper, he gave me this microphone for free. He sent it to me, man, so I could participate in these conversations, man. Damn, it's really humbling, and and everybody out there, you've invited me in your rooms, man. You moderated me up, but it's been cool, and I've had so many people on here, so much knowledge, When I came on here, I thought I was the shit. Everybody would call me up and ask me about boxing, ask me who's going to win this fight. Since I came on YouTube, I realized that I'm a fucking casual, man. I don't know shit about boxing, dude. I run into some minds out here that just I fucking shut the mouth. I take the cotton out of the ears, and I pay attention. And I think my boxing IQ's gone up a little bit. Because when I got into this, boxing again, see, I was in business for 30 years, and I was working 15-hour days, and when I wasn't working, I was thinking about the money that I was losing or making. It was crazy. I never missed the big fights, but I wasn't into it. Now that I'm retired, I'm immersed in boxing. I love watching it from when I get up to when I go to bed. I love talking about it. I love listening to the opinions, and I love going back and seeing things like Scrapbook and Retro. They put documentaries out there that I lived through. That, man, it really. And L Dub, man, L Dub is like, he never speaks down on anybody. Never puts anybody in their place. But man, he put me in my place just just because I said, man, this guy, I'm not gonna correct him. I'm not gonna question what L Dub says. L Dub knows what's going on, man. He lives boxing 24/7. He's out there every day, different ratings from all the organizations, because that's what screwed me up, man. When I started getting immersed back in boxing, well, see, when I was at my peak, when the name of the game was, I mean, my apps were. These were the apps we had in boxing. Ring magazines. I mean, I bought every magazine probably from the mid '70s until the mid '90s. But I mean, I have a couple of hundred. My wife just found in the closet not long ago. And what I'm going to do is, man, I'm going to have some. I don't know if we can do trivia, because right now everybody can Google it and they can Alexis it and whatever. I think I'm just going to write a number down, and at the end of the show, tell me what number I wrote down. Whoever gets it is going to get a couple of vintage Ring magazines, KO magazines, whatever it may be. If that would help you, because see, I'm at this stage in life where I've accumulated so much shit. I got those 3,000 albums back there. I have, the CD phase. I must have 5,000 CDs all over the house, and this stuff I don't want to accumulate. I want to give stuff away, man. I'm not on here to ask for any super chats or any bullshit like that, man. I'm here to have a good time, to talk boxing, to talk wrestling, to speak about the weed. We can talk nutrition and health. See, nutrition and health is a big thing for me, man. I mean, nutrition and health, it saved my life. I was in my 30s. I had a belly, I had 40-inch belly. I was drinking a case of beer a day. I was doing hard drugs, man. I always lived an athletic life, all through my 20s, high school, always on football teams, baseball in the spring. I mean, shit, I was wrestling in the winter, boxing gloves. Those boxing gloves back there, bro, if those things could talk, man, I'll bet there's probably 1,000 rounds in them suckers, and then there's a couple of pairs in the back, and we used to bang each other's heads out in the backyard on good days. But this is how I grew up, and after I kind of get into life, graduated from college, started working, started just going to the clubs every night. And after the clubs closed, we go to the strip joints. It was party central from when I got up to when I went to bed. I'd have to take a nap in the afternoon so I could continue work. But anyway, man, it was all good, but physically I was deteriorating, man. I didn't realize that every year I had to buy a bigger belt, I had to buy bigger pants. I had to, I was getting aches and pains where you shouldn't get aches and pains at my age, and I had a revelation, man. I just decided I didn't want to be sick and tired anymore. And, I started jogging a little bit. I go maybe, a half a mile and I'd have to throw up. But, I had it determined I was going to get in shape. My father died at 52 from heart disease. I had a brother, 27. He died in my arms from cancer. And my mom died at 80 from cancer. So, there are genes in my family, but the common thing that triggers it off, everybody had bad diets. They didn't exercise. They were eating crap. And anyway, my brother D-Man out there, man, a guy who's been around from the beginning, man. I remember his government name, and still, and D-Man Jr., my man, salute out there. He's been with me all the way, man. The thing about this is, man, the day I got on here, I think it was after the first Canelo Alvarez and Triple G fight. It was late, and I was still wired up, and I just typed in there live boxing talk, and I ended up on YouTube. I was in BFTB's chat room. And I'm listening to everything going on, all the arguments about the fights, and I'm like, wow, this is I didn't know this existed, bro. This is surreal. And I started typing a few things in there, and then people are like, hey, salute Bruce Goes, and I type my opinion. You're right. And then it was like a little family going on. I'm like, wow, this is something. And I'm seeing some of these guys are in blue and some of them are in gray, and I didn't quite know what that was all about. And then and then somebody would make a stupid remark, and it would be time feeding time, and I'm saying, what the hell is feeding time? I thought they might be having a cookout in the backyard or something, bro. I was all new to this, man. But anyway, bro, that was probably oh damn 3 plus years ago, and anyway, man, since then. I go all over the place on the internet. I probably have over 70 wrenches, and man, I like people who have different opinions. If everybody had the same opinion and I was over there, I'd be like a big circle jerk. That's not what I'm into. I'm not into the confrontation. I'm just into having civilized arguments about the different opinions that we have. Because if everybody had the same opinion in boxing, you know how boring it would be, man. Damn, I'll go back to professional wrestling. I used to watch that every week. In fact, last night I was on somebody called me on a panel that was what's the event that they have? Night of the Champions. There was a pay-per-view. Anyway, I went back to that. I did that, and it's like I never stopped watching it. I haven't watched a wrestling match in probably 3 years, but it's very easy to fall back into if boxing wasn't as exciting. I mean, boxing to me it's exciting because some of the feelings they run so passionately in different people's channels or whatever they may be, and they run to where somebody rocks with a fighter, and man, it's like the passion and I've never seen that before. I started watching boxing back in the late '60s. And then it was always a thing where you had your favorite boxer and I had my favorite boxer, and we'd talk about it. We'd argue about it. We'd make bets. We'd go watch the fight together. You would eat crow if you lost, and I'd eat crow if I lost. But it never came to to what I'm seeing now, where it's nuts. But it is what it is, bro. I mean, this is the Wild West I jumped into, and I know everything you say out here. It's out there, and somebody can come back and whatever I say, man, please. If it doesn't fit your vocabulary, let me know, man. And I dig all opinions. That's why I started this channel, man. So we can talk about stuff. So we don't have to I don't have to hide behind anybody's opinions or make sure I don't say the wrong thing on somebody's panel and shit, man. This is Bruce Goes, bro. I've been watching boxing for a long time. There's not one boxer today that I ride with. I'm not a fan of any active boxer today, bro. I like what's going on. I like to see the fights, like the Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez fight. That was huge. There was so much diversion over that, bro. I didn't care who won the fight. To me, I wasn't going to lose any sleep. I just wanted to see a good fight. I was hoping Plant would win because I ride with the underdogs, man. I wanted to see him box Canelo's ears off. But, I didn't think that was going to happen. The fight went according to plan. Canelo took the information in for the first 3 rounds. I mean, he wore Plant down. He did get outboxed. But, bro, at the end, he knocked him out. That was the end of the fight. Conclusion. No more argument. The fight's over. Canelo he rules 168, and now he's going to fight Mugabu, whatever the guy's name is, the cruiserweight champion in Africa. To me, that's like a recreation of the Rumble in the Jungle with Don King and all. Don King manages the African, and that's in Zaire, which is formerly that's in the Congo, which is formerly Zaire, which is where the Rumble in the Jungle took place. And dude, I can see that happening. I can see the documentary. I can see that them portraying Canelo as Ali going over in the jungle and fighting the big bad Mugabe, and I can just see that. It's really it's a vacation for Canelo. I mean, the outcome is determined on that fight. I don't know if people think that Mugabe was going to beat Canelo, because I mean there's so many lucrative fights ahead, and really to me personally, Canelo can do what he wants to do. He's the golden ticket. He's got all his accolades. What he can do is he can make generational wealth from fighters. He can create fights that we want to see. He can fight Charlo. He can fight Andrade. He can go to the light heavyweights, fight Beterbiev, fight Bivol, fight Joe Smith. But no, he wants to do this. He wants to do this Rumble in the Jungle, because that's what I see it as. I see it as a big commercial hoax. And bro, it is what it is. It's the shit show of boxing that we have today. I come from the generation where they fed us filet mignon all on weekends during the week. We had the greatest fights, fights that were 50-50. 50-50 championship fights almost every weekend, sometimes 2 a weekend. And the pay-per-views, I mean, they were the dude. I remember going to see Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard at a pay-per-view theater. And then there was the advent of home pay-per-view. And the first one I saw was Wilfredo Gomez and Salvador Sanchez. And 3 weeks after that was Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, bro. And they're giving us the shit they're giving us today and charging us the prices they're charging us. Anybody that doesn't know how to stream a fight today is off their fucking mind. If you have a phone, if you have a tablet, if you have a computer, dude, if you have any fucking common sense in your mind, you're gonna pay $80 to watch Tank Davis fight Pitbull Cruz, bro. That would break the bank in my house. My old lady would come in here and hit me over the head with a baseball bat if she ever saw me ordering a fight like that for $80. I mean, if my brother was fighting, I wouldn't pay a pay-per-view. I'd take him and his wife out to dinner. I'd give him the $80. They're ripping us off these days, bro. I've lived through it. I come through the generation where if you pay for something, it's worth it. Now they're giving us a bologna sandwich and charging us what they used to charge us for filet mignon, and these fans are eating it up. And they're continuing doing it, and I don't know, man. Like I said, it's the shit show of boxing. I'm not going to change it. I'm digging it for what it is, and all I can do is watch it. Come out here, talk to you cats, and get your feedback. But I mean, this weekend I keep getting on topic and I keep getting off topic, and my thing about this weekend was, I streamed a great event. I just got my computer upgraded, man. I got a new hard drive in there, and I didn't have a snag in there. I didn't have to go to my backup channel. It was in 5G. It was perfect. I was watching Sean Porter snort out of his nose. He was like a mad bull for the first few rounds. They were going back and forth. It was a great, interesting fight. I thought it could have gone either way. The first 5 or 6 rounds. I had been on a lot of panels, and I picked Bud Crawford for stoppage in the 11th round because the fight. Sean Porter was doing what he was supposed to do. He was the dog in there. He was putting his head down, going forward. He was banging the ribs. He was using the wide punches and upper. He was getting inside. Crawford, he wasn't warmed up yet. He was trying to dance, but the thing I noticed, Sean Porter would not let his back hit the ropes. He was staying off the ropes. He was keeping the fight in center ring, and Bud Crawford wasn't expecting that. He was expecting to get him in the ropes and unload on him. It didn't happen until later on in the fight, but when it did, and like I said, once Bud Crawford got loose, he started landing those bombs. The fight was over, man. It was over. The cream rose to the top. And like I said, I think Kenny Porter said to Bud, if you get hurt or if you go down once more, I'm stopping the fight. So when he went down, bang, he pounded the mat. He knew it was over. You got to shout out to Sean Porter because his father, he didn't want to see him get hurt. This man's got a $1 million career as a broadcaster. He's got a beautiful wife and a family. This is the sport of boxing. We're the savages. We want to see somebody go on their shield. But, bro, when you get your father in your corner, that's his baby boy. I mean, if that was my baby boy, and I saw what was to come, because I know Sean Porter had that killer. Excuse me, I know Terrence Crawford had that killer look in his eye. He was gonna hurt Sean Porter, and his father, whatever he did, however he did it, it is what it is. Sean Porter was bummed. You could tell at the end he didn't hug Bud Crawford when Bud put his arms around him. And his father started with my son wasn't trained properly for this fight, and I knew there was going to be trouble. It was kind of bullshit, it was like throwing your kid under the bus. That could have been said behind doors. but regardless of it, we saw a great fight. We saw Bud Crawford as the best welterweight today. I saw Errol Spence in the crowd. I mean, he was in there. He could have stormed the ring after the fight, and what does he do? He looks in disgust. Oh, and him and his entourage leave the ring. I mean, dude, for 100 years, the challenge has been sitting at ringside, and when the fight's over, the microphones in their face. That's the first promotion of the fight. It was ridiculous, man. I just couldn't see. I couldn't see them letting that moment go. Those are moments you can't buy. You've got both players right there. You've got Bud Crawford just after a victory. And what did he say when they said, what do you want for your next fight? You know who I want for my next fight. But Errol Spence just left the building, bro. I mean, that was, to me, that was the wrong thing to do, bro. I mean, that could have been the build-up, because that's the fight. We've been talking about that fight for 2 years now. It's been quieted now, but right now it's the hot topic. Errol Spence is back in training. That is the fight we want to see. The welterweight division is hot, and I'm a person of don't let the fires get cold. Get these fights while they're hot. Don't wait to let one of the most nasty words I hear on here is marinate, bro. I'll marinate my fish, bro. I'm not gonna marinate a fighter, bro. I want to see these fighters when it's hot, dude. Back in the day, when a fighter left the ring, heading to the locker room after a victory, the opponent's names were on his lips before he got there, dude. I remember Muhammad Ali walking back from I think it might have been the Sonny Banks victory, and Archie Moore was in the crowd. He says, "Old man, you're next, old man," and that was the fight that happened next, man. That was the build up, and there's no reason that they can't take the incentive, and the time proven formula that these old fighters gave us. That they made mucho dollars doing it, man. It was it's boxing. It's boxing 101. It's a time proven formula. But unfortunately, fighters are going their own way now. They have, they have their own agendas, I guess. Another new word that I just learned on here, which I don't understand, bro. I go to the days where fighters were meant to fight, not take 6-month layoffs, and even 6 months is being generous for fighters today. Lately, we've seen our top fighters fight once a year if we're lucky, except for Canelo Alvarez, bro. I mean, love him, hate him. I don't give two shits about him, but the thing is, he's got the exposure. He's out there. People know his name. He could sell a fight against anybody. I don't think Bud Crawford can do that, man. I don't think there's any fighters out there that can do that. Alvarez can take any opponent he wants. So he's taking this cat in the Congo, and he's going to make an event out of that. And dude, I never heard of the guy's name till a few days ago. They put this fight together at the WBC convention. I mean, if this wasn't in the making, a long time in the making, I don't know, man. I got some land in Florida. I like to sell you. But anyway, man, I came up here and I did my thing. Anybody wants to come up here and greet my platform with some of their knowledge, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Anybody out there, I'd appreciate it, man. If you want to come out here, let me know what you think of what I'm doing. Let me know what you're doing. We can talk about the fights. We can talk about the weed you're smoking. We can talk about anything you want, man. Anybody wants to jump up, man, I'd appreciate it. I've been on here for 45 minutes or so. I told the grinder I'm going to jump on and talk to him about boxing at 1:30. So like I said, we're hanging up here. Hey, my brother Mike 202, man, my smoking brother out there. Always be nice to have you up here, brother. I've heard you on the telephone, but I've never heard you come on on a platform before. Imagine coming and doing mine, man. That would be something. My man Mike 202 always greets me with a cloud. I don't know why, but he always does. And he's another one of my brothers. We've been hanging together since the day one, since long ago. And I got some people up here, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get you in here. First of all, I got the famous boxing Jedi, always opinionated, never duplicated, man. My brother Jedi. This is a channel for boxing, for reefer, for wrestling, man. You know what it's all about over here, bro. We don't talk about politics. We don't alienate anybody, my brother. I'm so glad to have you up here, my man. Let me see if I can figure out how to get you up here, bro.
I'm up here. I'm already up.
All
I'm
right,
up,
bro.
brother.
Excellent to have you here, my brother. Dude, it's an honor to have you here. Honor to
Thank you,
have you
man.
here.
And it's an honor to be on your channel, brother.
Another guy coming up here too is my brother Mo Boxing, man.
All right.
I mean,
What's up, Bruce? What's up?
I love it up here, man. You guys, let me know what you're thinking, bro. Both of you, man. Jedi, you were here first. I'm gonna give you the mic.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, congratulations on your channel, my brother. Thank you, man. You know, and Bruce, I call him Bruce the boxing relic, because that motherfucker knows his boxing, and he's been kicking stories to us before he opened his channels, man. And we were just like, oh damn, this motherfucker, he's been there, you know. So it's authentic what comes out of Bruce's, you know what I'm saying, Bruce's you know, library of boxing knowledge, and you know, just peace to the whole YTBC, man, you know. And you know, congratulations, man, to Terrence Bud Crawford, as well as you know, I wish Sean Porter the best, you know what I mean. I gotta say, for me, Sean Porter was the number one competitive motherfucker on the whole PBC. Like, this dude fought everybody, he never backed down. He went out. That you know, the stoppage, I can understand it. You know, a lot of people don't understand that stoppage. You know what I mean? Otherwise than that, man, I just wish him well. I know we're gonna see a lot of Porter, you know, doing a lot of commentating and stuff, you know. So it'll, you know, he's still gonna be around. But as to, you know, as to watching him compete and stuff, he will be missed. He will be missed, because he had that straight come and get you style, you know, and you hardly see that these days, man. You know, but
It is what it is. Mo Boxing. What's up with you, my brother?
What's up, Bruce? How you doing, man? How you doing? Salute to the chat. Salute to the LDBC. What's good, Bruce, man? How you doing, my brother?
Bro, you know,
How you doing?
it's a
You're
good
doing,
day.
you're doing great.
It's near Thanksgiving, man. You know, I'm thankful for my life. I really am, man. This is one of the nicest periods in my life. I don't have any really worries on my mind, man. You know, it's been lifted. My dues is paid. I do it month by month. You know, and this is something new to me too, man. You know, I can go see my buddies by making a click of the internet over here, and it's like a brave new world. I'm kind of digging it. I'm like a child out here. I'm an old man, but I'm a child, because you know, if I touch the wrong wire, if I touch the wrong
You're doing
button,
good, man.
you're doing good,
Doing
right?
good.
You do tell him, Mo, he's doing good. You're doing just fine, my bro.
You do. Listen, Bruce, you're doing good, man. You're doing good, man. I like the background. You know, your knowledge. You know, you're doing good, man. Keep it up.
No,
Keep it up.
I gotta thank my wife for that. She said,
Keep it
why
up,
don't you
brother.
put some stuff behind the couch and make it look like you
Yeah.
you know, you have a little studio going on. And like I said before, I have a lot of I got more junk that I've accumulated. Some people will call it junk. To me, they're treasures. You know, from different passions I've had in life. I mean, I have musical instruments. I have my music collection. I have the boxing memorabilia. And I mean, the reefer I'm not going to get rid of. That's just going to accumulate. I got my little.
No, never get rid of the reefer, brother.
In fact, she cleaned up the house so nicely tonight. I got a little humidor. I keep my little samples in. You know, I keep a little bit of the. I think right now I have 4 different strains. Because like I was saying earlier, different strains treat different problems. I have one that's great for insomnia. You know, I got one that if I need a little appetite stimulation, I'll hit that Cali Dream. You know, I wanna get the shoulder pain. I hit some of that ice. I mean, bro, it's all good. But anyway, once again, what my point was, I don't even remember. I'm just glad you cats are up here, man. I'm glad you come up here and support my channel. You know, I want to be doing this for a little while. I want to get some help on, you know, what I can do to make it better. And because I really don't know. I just kind of figure it's just a kind of a hangout. I know I can only put 6 people up here, but I probably won't even ever get more than 6 people that want to come on at the time. So you know, I'm good with this. And bro, like I said, everybody has something to say. And you know, please, if you got something you want to say, you want to get it off your chest, bring it up here, man. Keep it respectful. You know, there's
No
not going to
doubt.
be no feuds going on up here, bro. Because at least I do have the right to freaking block you.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. And
yeah.
also,
Listen. I got no beef with no one. As long as you got no beef with me, I got no beef with nobody. You know what I mean? I'm a
You know,
peaceful
we all
person,
have
as
that
you know.
one love, bro. We all love boxing.
yeah.
Yeah. So exactly, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just want to let you know, Bruce, if you need any support with the wrestling field, you could, you know what I'm saying, you could come to me, Brian Hawkin, OG Boogie, the Four Horsemen. Bottom line, we got your back, bro, because you're the 5th honorary horseman. You know that, right?
And bro, last night I was just hanging around and I saw Brian Hopkins' channel and he was
Yeah.
doing the WWE what was it
Survivor
called?
Series. Survivor Series, yeah.
Survivor Series. I jumped on there with him. I was on it for a couple of hours, man. It was awesome. I didn't even know there was a wrestling event on last night because I haven't watched. You know, I used to love wrestling. I've been to over 100 wrestling matches. I know some wrestlers, dude. It was anything that I do. I usually do it with a passion. I usually
Right.
dive into it head first. And with wrestling, there was some years in my life that now I was a wrestling fan in the early 70s. I used to go to the Boston Garden every time there was a card there, Providence Civic Center. I used to go to Maine. I used to go to South Carolina. I went cross country. I caught wrestling in San Francisco. I mean, if there was wrestling on, bro, that's where I was at. Wrestling was big. But anyway, I love talking that. And last night, fucking our boy Brian was on doing a live thing on this. I just went on there to shoot him a hello. I was going to go to bed, and he goes, "Oh, Bruce, why don't you jump on?" And you know, bro,
Yeah.
the Haminator like me talking about wrestling, getting invited to come on a panel. I couldn't pass that up, man.
No, hell no. Hell no, bro.
No, yeah, he said you were on there a little earlier, and
Yeah,
Jay
yeah.
was on there,
Yeah.
and we just talked up the Survivor Series. And bro, I hadn't watched wrestling in years, but I didn't lose a beat. It was the same people. They just had gotten more mature. They got better moves. I mean, there were a few newcomers in there, but mostly it was the same guys doing. You know, the storylines, same storylines, just retouched a little bit from 10 years ago. I mean, it was awesome, bro. I mean, you know, fucking Roman Reigns as the top heel in the fucking company now, bro. It's shout
Yeah,
out.
wrestling's a mess. It's a mess today.
That's why I met you, Jedi. I was telling them I was just trolling around the internet one night, and you were by yourself. You had maybe one person, and you're talking about wrestling. And so
Yeah.
let me listen to what this guy's saying. And we're talking about the big tits on Stephanie McMahon and Trish Stratus. Bro, I want to go talk to this guy. So I didn't even have a microphone. I didn't know how to get online, but I started talking to you. And I don't know if you remember it, bro, but we were talking.
Hell yeah, I remember.
Oh,
Hell yeah,
shit.
brother.
I said, this guy's a wrestling fan. And, you know, I didn't even have any idea if there was anybody else out there who were wrestling fans. And, you know, people who knew it, who knew it was fucking bullshit. And, you know,
Yeah.
loved it for what it was. And
Yeah.
you know, I says I got to sub to this guy's channel, and so I've been talking wrestling and boxing and shit with you. And
No
hey,
doubt.
you know, you go off on your tangents, bro. God bless you. That's your channel. You do what you want to do, bro.
No doubt, brother.
I don't even get involved when people want to argue like that because there is no argument. That's your belief. There's nothing that you're going to change my opinion with. Nothing I'm going to change your opinion with. So God bless you, bro. And
Thank
you
you,
know,
brother.
stay your square. I'm with you 100%. And you know whatever it is whatever it is, bro. Jedi, man, like yeah, you've definitely been a cool guy. And Mo Boxing, man, Mo Boxing. Once again, I think it was on my birthday. I was trolling out there, and I got on his channel, dude. And it was it was really early when nobody even knew what I sounded like. Hey, Bruce goes, dude, yeah, you are an OG. We were on there for a couple of hours, and you know, Mo had a smooth thing going there, man. It was nice.
Yeah. I remember at that time, man. I was nearly a year ago, isn't it?
Yeah, almost
Nearly
a year ago.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys. I just want to let you know. Bruce. I'm sorry, Mo Boxing. My bad. I just gotta let Bruce know you got some people waiting backstage, brother.
Oh man. Okay. Let's
Sorry,
see how.
sorry, Mo. Sorry, Mo Boxing.
No, that's fine, man. I don't mind.
I'm trying to see how I can see him because I got this thing in front of me.
Oh.
This
I think all you have to do is click their picture, their icon.
I know, but
If you
I
wanna bring
can't
them
see
on.
their picture because I got this thing in front of me that says Cam Mike and
Oh, all right, you know what you
Yeah.
do in the little corner. There's going to
Yeah.
be another slide bar. Right in the little corner, there's going to be a slide bar right where it says Mike and all that stuff. Look all the way there and just click all the way to the little slide bar and slide it down. You're going to see the rest of the guy.
Yeah, I think you have to go down here.
damn. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I see my buddy the Grinder back there.
All right, I'm here.
All right, yeah.
there
I
it
got
is.
All right,
Sorry about that, Grinder. I didn't even know you were back there, brother.
it's all right.
So what's up, Grinder? The number one Grinder, man. JT, check this guy's channel out. This is a man who talks about keeping his community together. He talks about nutrition. He talks about making wise choices when you go shopping. He knows his boxing. He knows his MMA. He's not afraid to give you his opinion. He doesn't ride with anybody. He's his own man. Shout out to the underrated Darkness, bro. I mean, he's the man out there. Top channel on YouTube.
Oh, appreciate that. I'm just salute to your more boxing. Salute to the brother. Thank. Glad boxing. Salute, man. Oh yeah, but boxing has been good. Boxing has been good. Andre, he looks good. Now I want to see him get some good fights. I want to see that now. Could you follow that up now?
That's what everybody wants to see, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Even Crawford. Can you follow that up now?
Yeah, I agree, man. With Andre, I've been telling people with Andre ever since Andre, like what, 5.5 years ago, he's been calling out Canelo, calling out the Charlos, calling out everybody, and everybody didn't want to give this man no opportunity. Well, now that he's showing proof, I hope that these opportunities are actually given to this young man. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford, he left Bob Arum, which is pretty good for him. I just hope he doesn't sign for PBC to try to get that one fight because all they're going to do is shelve him. So I just hope that he stays independent. He makes like Crawford boxing promotions or some shit like that.
Should.
You know?
Well,
I think to me,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
yeah, I think like free agent's the best because when you look at Devin Haney, he's free agent. Even though like he works with Eddie Hearn, he can go to any platform. Look at Canelo, he can go to any platform. As you've seen, he fought at the Premier Boxing Champions. So if Terrence stays independent, he can like literally go to the BBC, fight Errol, and then he can leave and fight anywhere. So I don't believe in staying with someone like one promotional team. That's what messes up boxing. And Andrade, now you've seen him, he's knocking people out. So he's not boring. So Canelo cannot say, "Oh, you're a boring fighter," and then fight somebody like Caleb Plant. So
right. Or tell him you looking for
showed
payday.
it.
You looking for payday. Remember that, Mo? You looking for payday?
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the thing. I don't want to see no excuses. Fight each other. Like I'm fed up with it. 2022. I want to see all of them fight each other, man. May the best man win. That's it. May the best man win, man. As long as you get in there, I respect you. Simple as that.
Absolutely. And the thing with Bud is, what is he, 33?
No, 34.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
He's
34.
I'd say he's got 4 fights left in him, and he could make generational changing wealth with those 4 fights. But what do you, like you said, independently make those fights? He doesn't have to go with. Of course, he's not going to go with Arum. What he just did with Bob Arum, that was like, man, talk about put him in your place.
Yeah, man. He told them right at the press conference. He goes, I'm gonna go my way. He's gonna go his way. We're gonna wish each other good luck. He couldn't produce, any other fights that I wanted. So, and I was like, oh. And Bob Arum just looked at him like, oh. Yeah, he looked at him like, okay, kid, this is what you want to do. I was like, oh, it's on, bro. It's on. I was like, bro, not only are we going to get the soap operas, say inside the ring, we're going to have them now between promoter and former fucking fighter, which is going to be great because now it keeps us in the loop as to what really happened,
Yeah, and another thing as well, it took, he got big balls for doing that in front of him as well. In his face, he was like, you couldn't guarantee me the Spence fight, so, why should I stay with you kind of thing. So that was good to see that. And Bob's face was like priceless at that time as well. So
see,
nice to see that.
That was what you call burning your bridges.
Yeah.
Say it's not a wise thing to do, but hey, man, like I said earlier, Bud's 33 years old. He has 4 fights in front of him, possibly. He doesn't have to bow to Bob Arum. He's going to say who he wants to fight. His team, Bomac, go talk to the promoter. Get these fights made, man. I mean, you don't have to sign a long-term contract. Nobody expects it of you, bro. I mean, you're the right now. I think Bud Crawford is the top pound for pound fighter in the world today. I hate to make those claims because I don't even know who the top number 2 is because I'm not a pound for pound lister there. But
but you said it. You said it yourself, Bruce. Look, you ran down just earlier, right? And that was a great breakdown of Bud's whole championship resume. What you said, he's 16-0 with 14 knockouts, bro. That's pound for pound in championship match, bro. That's pound for pound right there.
17-0, I think it is now. Yeah.
And another thing as well, like he was told to get a belt at 147. He got the belt, and he was told to fight somebody relevant at 147. He fought Sean Porter. Nobody ever knocked out Sean Porter. He's the first one to knock out Sean Porter. So
big facts.
I don't want to hear no more excuse now. The guy, he's the real deal now.
Yup, big facts.
I'm a big fan of Spence. I'm a big fan of Terrence. I like them both. But you know what, Terrence, he don't have nothing to prove no more. Now he has to get that fight. That fight has to be next.
Well, I say this.
Absolutely.
I say this though, Mo Boxing. You said Terrence Crawford had nothing to prove. All right, go after Spence and get the belts. That's all is right. That's to me right now. Go get the belts.
Yeah.
Get undisputed.
I agree.
That's the question here because I know that I'm not saying you because I hear this talking throughout the week. Oh, Terrence don't have to prove nothing. No, he's not done yet. Get all the belts. Get undisputed. Then that's when we could talk. Other than that,
word up.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying like he don't have to do another test. Spence has to be next because people were saying like he has to fight somebody relevant at 147. Sean Porter was that guy. Everybody was saying like Sean Porter. You know what? Actually predicted on K-Rod's channel. I was one of the first few people saying he's gonna knock out Sean Porter. He's gonna do it. I know a lot of people are saying, can he throw the towel? All right, but when you look at the second knockdown, he was hurt. And there was a clip that I watched earlier on Instagram. And on one side it looked like he was hurt, and Sean Porter, he was about to come in the ring. You could see like Sean Porter was trying to buy time as well. Like he was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt. I don't know why people are saying he wasn't hurt. He was hurt.
No, he was.
Watch the fight again.
Yeah, he was hurt. And that's the thing. Like, you got some guys saying, oh, the stoppage was too early. He had 2 more rounds. Okay, this is what I say. Whether you had him down 1 round or whether you had him down 2 rounds, those 2 knockdowns would have actually made the fight even. And then what do you think he would have done the last 2 championship rounds? He would have tagged him up, stood away from him, and outpointed him. So either way, it was a checkmate move.
Lost anyway, right?
Exactly, my brother. Either way, it was a checkmate move. Yo, that's one thing about Terrence Crawford. He got a boxing mind, bro. He got a boxing mind. This man is playing chess while these guys are playing, all types of jumping jacks and you know what I mean? And trap jacks and all that. And he's in there, bro. He's, look, the best thing he did was hold on for a second, guys. My bad. That was my nephew. The best thing he did, right? The best thing he did was, I think it was in the 8th round. He kept his high guard up and let Sean Porter punch himself out. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
Did you guys see that? Bro, he let him punch himself out. And I kept telling guys, because we was doing it, and Bruce was there. I was like, bro, he's doing that to let him punch himself out. And what happened the 9th and 10th round? Exactly.
And go more on your point. If you notice, Sean Porter was going, he was trying to go headshots instead of go to the body. When you have a handguard, he wasn't going to the body. That was a very, very dumb. And it goes to show to me his lack of training. Because when a person have a high guard, you got to go to the body. You got to take like the old times say, you got to take what they give you. And he refused to go to the body. And like you said, he got tired. He got off. And then that's when, trust me, I don't care about Terrence Crawford, but Crawford did what he had to do. He just did logically just beat him.
Yep.
Hey, a special shout out there to the Queen, Fistiana Fights, man. Honored to have you come into my chat. Peace. Thank you for coming in.
Peace, Queen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. So this is what I'm saying, that you know you can throw the time you want to, but this is the thing about it. If you fight a person that technical, you gotta have a B, C, D, E, F plan. And they just have just an A plan. A plan is not gonna get you win fights. You gotta have more than one or two plans. It wasn't no adjustment of Porter. It wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing about it. I don't like. He wasn't no adjustments.
Yeah, those are big facts, bro. There was no type of adjustment. You know, the head movement stopped. I think it was between the sixth. Yeah, between the 6th and 7th round, it stopped. His head movement stopped. He started. Then what I noticed was like he kept hopping around, and when you hop around like that, you're expending energy, right? So my man hopping around, and I'm over here like, yo, Bruce, look, he's hopping around. He's gonna fuck himself up. Bruce was like, nah, it's all good. I was like, bro, it's gonna catch him. Remember, Bruce?
You know the thing I saw, Jedi. I saw that he was in gym shape, but he wasn't in fighting shape.
Right.
Yeah. Man. He looked like he was ready to go on to a bodybuilding contest. Yeah. He was, but bro,
another thing as well.
Go to a nutritional center in a hotel. You can get a 45-minute workout in, and you can be pumped every day. But you need that sparring. You need the shadow boxing. You know, unfortunately, like Sean's father said, and he threw him under the bus when he said it. You know, my son wasn't in shape. My son didn't listen to me. I mean, you could see Sean was biting his lip. He didn't say anything. In fact, he started to realize, I guess the effects of the defeat was wearing off. Then he had the smile on his face. He realized he still had a life. He still had a career. In fact, he retired within hours after the fight. He just realized it wasn't worth it going out and getting your head punched in. And his father knew Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford, we spoke earlier, man. He's a finisher. What did we just say? He had 17 title fights and 14 of those by knockout, dude. I mean, this is like a Marvin Hagler. These fists are going to be the judges, and Kenny Porter didn't want to see his son like that. It's a blessing and it's a curse having your father as your trainer. I've seen it go the wrong way and this way. I'll have to look at the fight again, but he's right there. He's within feet of his son. He must have saw something in his face when he got hit, and he knew Bud Crawford was only getting stronger, falling into his groove. He was going to put a hurting on him, and he just didn't want to see that, bro. Who would?
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't blame you. Like the fundamental elements that I see in the fight, Sharp, what the brother was talking about, he wasn't slipping on punches. You know how they always teach you when you get hit, roll off with the punches with your shoulder, roll off the punches with the head and straighten on it. He wasn't doing. He was taking flesh shots, and I'm like, wait, you know how to roll off. I know it. Listen, I'm not saying that I know everything, but I know in boxing they teach you that. When you start boxing, they teach you how to roll. They teach you of footwork. They teach you how to roll off and everything. They teach you of elements like fundamental elements like that. And then, I mean, the sad thing about it, I did not see it as Sean Porter did none of that. He could avoid none of that, but at the same time, stubborn could cost you matches. Little stuff that could cost you matches. And I wish, I'm glad that y'all bring it up and everything because a lot of people didn't want to bring. That's what I seen. Fundamentals could cost you matches, and he didn't do that. But as Crawford, again, I don't like Crawford. Don't get me wrong, but I have to say what I have to say.
Go ahead, bro.
He slipped punches. He know how to slip punches. And you know what is it? What actually let me know? It preserved his energy to the late rounds, and that's what happened.
And he also took punches too. I mean, that was also on the plus side. Sean Porter nailed him early, and he rolled with the punches. On the other hand, when Sean Porter finally got nailed with a solid shot, he handled it as well. Obviously, and man, like Kenny Porter, he was feeling for his son. I said it was pretty obvious. Sean Porter pounded the canvas because his father said, next time you get hurt, next time you go down, the fight's over. And he didn't want to believe it. He knew it. He didn't want to believe it. He didn't want to let on, but it was over. And hey, man, I want to shout out to my brother Stormy B out there, man. Thanks for coming on to my website, bro. If you want to come in and drop any of your knowledge, brother, you're more than welcome. Damn, Stormy B, he's one of the guys from day one. He always been friendly, vast amount of boxing knowledge. He brings guests on. I've been a guest on his show. He brings the real deal on there. I mean, I was lucky to be added to his show. He brings the Wiseman on there. He brings Curtis Anderson. He brings Scrapbook Boxing. I've seen him interview Mike Weaver. Dudes, I've seen him interview Pinklin Thomas. Stormy B Man is a G out here, bro. He's the real deal, man. If you're not sub to Stormy B Man's, drop your site in there, Stormy B, because bro, I've been with you from day one, man. Honor to have you on my site, man. Whatever opinions we may have on other things, bro, this is boxing, and it would be ridiculous if we all had the same opinion, man. I just keep saying that, and that's basically why.
Yeah.
So we can discuss different opinions. We can give our sides, and we can see what happens, bro. We're not going to fight each other. Shit, man. My long enough. My baseball bat doesn't reach that far, bro. But we can talk about almost any subject in the world. There's some subjects that I'm going to exclude. I think you all know what those are, bro. Because, man, I'm sitting over here, a chair over here. I'll fucking block you. I'll send you to Blocksville. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Word up.
Yeah.
Yo, but your camera's
none of us are ever gonna see each other in real life at the end of the day. And you know what? I'm a big fan of different opinions as well. Oh, that's it. I don't mind it.
Right.
As long as it's not insulting. That's it. I'm a big fan of opinions. Why not?
Yeah. It's good to have a quarrel. It's good to have a quarrel and a disagreement, but it's always terrible to have an argument. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, bro. I mean, we don't talk about people. We don't get personal around here. That's the whole thing, bro. Because we're just heads on the internet. We're ideas floating around out there. We're opinions floating around out there, bro. I mean, you don't fuck with us personally. You don't fuck with the family. You don't fuck. Just get that out of your mind. If you're gonna do that on here, it's not gonna happen. If you want to go do it on other sites, fine, bro. But this is the little part of the internet that I have control over. And I just control what goes on in here. And bro, so far it's all been a beautiful experience, man. It's boxing. Like I said, we talk about the herb, we're talking about the boxing, the wrestling, the music, the nutritional end of it, bro. Because nutrition is the bottom line. If you're not healthy, none of this shit means anything, man. If you're not feeling well, I don't care if you look. If you're not feeling optimal, if you can't get up and play with your grandkids or your kids or with your wife, whatever it may be, man, your quality of life is really diminished, and that's something that I can help you with on this channel through nutrition. Because I was a round ball of cholesterol in my early 30s, bro. I couldn't do anything. I was getting chest pains and back pains if I bent down too low, and I learned a little bit about nutrition, about eating properly, and I decided to work out, to lift weights, and I made an amazing transformation. If I felt like going through the trouble, I'd show it to you. But I'm not bullshitting you. I speak from experience. Stormy B Man at work at the ATM, maybe next time, but hey, anytime, my brother Stormy B Man, you've always got an invite. And 150, my brother 150. Oh man, the dudes included me, and he did a rap to Jimi Hendrix back. He used Jimi Hendrix fucking music, and he did a rap to it, man. And he shouted out me in there, man.
150 Dream Team, no doubt, man. That's my man right there.
I send him texts of the fine weed I'm smoking, man. He's a brother. I'm glad to have him in here once again. He's been here once before. You want to jump up on the panel 150? You're more than welcome to.
No
bro.
doubt. Yo, Bruce, check it out.
You're the real
this
deal.
Bud's for you, brother. This Bud's for you, my friend.
That's a nice one too, man. You make me want. I don't smoke. Make me want to get somebody. Yo, roll it up for me, please. Yeah, Bruce,
no doubt,
I gotta get out here because I gotta get ready for my boxing thing at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yo, welcome to come. The link is in the link. I put the link in the chat. So
you know it, Grinder.
All right.
Thank you for coming on. Hey, I got to shout out my brother G5 out there.
G5.
Man, you know, G5 is another one. He's one of these guys. I tell you, I thought I knew boxing. I went over to his channel, bro, and man, you know,
you know boxing, man. Come on.
and I am Will, bro. Thank you for coming over here, man. Will is that's the second channel I went on after I went on BFTBs. And it was like Will was kind of like laying in bed. He was playing video games, something I'd never done before. But I hung out there because I knew Will from talking boxing. And dude, you know, Will's the real deal, bro. You know, he's extremely passionate about what he does, the fighters that he backs. And man, you know, I can dig that. I'm more passionate about the game of boxing. I don't ride with any particular fighters, but man, shout out to I Am Ill Will, man. Great channel, very passionate. In fact, the best live panel I was ever on in my life, I was on with Will, I was on with Focus Ball, and I was on with G5 Gabe. And we were talking about weed. And man, it was I think Focus Ball had to turn us off because we were going back and forth about the good strands we smoked. And this was a while ago, man. This was before I've actually gotten my strand education and gone to the and gone to the commissaries more, and you know, talk to some of those bud tenders back there. And you know, I got a G I know who's a grower. He sells to the dispensaries, and you know, I get the deals before it goes out there. And bro, I mean, some of these strains are so strong now. You know,
hell yeah.
They have to test the THC and the CBD ratios. It's become a scientific thing from back in the day when I was buying nickel bags, and you're lucky if they weren't oregano, man. But
I remember that. Or catnip.
Catnip.
Motherfuckers were selling motherfuckers catnip too. I remember that.
Oh, you know, back then, back when I think the first bag I bought was probably catnip. Hey, my brother Mad Chad's in boxing and sports. That's the real deal, man. Mad Chad is my brother out there, man. I go on lives with him. Sometimes I've been on there. We've spoken for hours, almost like a full-time job, man. And it's great. Mad Chad is from up in Maine. He talks boxing. He tells it as he sees it. You know. So sometimes we don't agree on the fighters. We don't agree on the fights. But bro, we'll go up there and we'll chop it up, and I'll tell him what I think of it. He'll tell me what he thinks of it, and maybe I'll say, you might have a point there, and he'll say, you know, Bruce goes, you might be onto something. And at the end of it, we could be leaving the chat, and we could be back in two different fighters. You know what I'm saying, man? But it's the boxing knowledge. He knows his boxing. He hangs around with the amateurs. He hangs in the gyms. He knows the people who promote boxing up in Maine at the grassroots. And bro, he's another one. There's just people out there. I'm going to say beautiful people that I bump into. And you know, sometimes we have disagreements. You know, sometimes it's petty shit. To me, it's nothing, man. You know, I never stop supporting their channel, man. You know, I never stop riding with them. And it is what it is, man. So sometimes you don't like what I'm doing, but this is internet shit. It's not real, man. This is my retirement. I'm doing this and it's fun. I'm meeting new people. I forget a lot, so sometimes I'll come out here and I'll see somebody, bro. Dude, it's like meeting a new person, but yet I talk to them out here. But with all these crazy names and crazy icons and shit, I'm glad I finally got a camera I can put. I show you what kind of a fucking a crazy old man this is over here. 66 and fucking crazy, bro. And working on it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna. Hey, I got my Toka 2. My wife has cleaned it out. I'm gonna pick up my Toka 2. I'm gonna show you how to really get stoned.
Oh shit,
bro.
Oh shit, no doubt, man. Yeah, man. And Mad Chad, bro, that's my dude too, man. That's a funny motherfucker, man. That dude has me cracking up, man, on his lives, bro. He's fucking awesome, bro. No doubt. He said.
Might as well just take this, man.
Exactly, Dimitar. What's up? What's going on, Dimitar? He says it's normal and okay to disagree. Yeah, it's healthy. Conversation is healthy, man. It's the highest form of communication. And I think that debating as well is a very high form of communication, simply because you get to hear that person's side. Then they get to hear your side, and then you get to mix it up to see and filter it out to see exactly if you stand on the same, platform or whatever. I mean, it's, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Mad Chad's in the building. No doubt, man.
Yo, we in here. Yo,
Yeah.
salute to Bruce.
150. What's happening, brother?
Salute to other
150.
as well. Yo,
Salute,
hey,
my
Mad
bro.
Chad. Shout out Mad Chad too. Hey, Mad Chad, you know it's funny how you pop up. I just shot him on the song I just made. I'm making the song right now. Well, it's done now. I just gotta do the ad-libs real quick.
No doubt, kid. Do your thing, man.
Doing?
We good, man. We're good, man. We're blessing Bruce over here with his live, man. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank you, 150, man. Thank you for putting that work in for me. Helping me get my subscribers back after they done took my channel, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, Brian told me that shit, man. I was like, damn, man. I felt hella sad. I'm like, shit. I'm gonna shout him out too, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You gonna get your subs back up, Jedi. We got you, bro.
No doubt, man. We have to. Definitely, guy, man. No doubt. And we got to work on that Starsky and Hutch motherfucking drop, dog.
Yeah, we gotta do that, bro. Yeah.
That's gonna be
Let
crazy.
me know. I'm ready anytime, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. You want me to choose the beat or you choose the beat?
It don't matter. I mean, you can choose. We can go on some old school shit. I want to rap on some old school shit.
All right, I'll choose some good shit, no doubt.
All right, bet.
I just found my humidor.
There we go.
Nice and airtight. Let's see here. There's a little bit of this blueberry in there. This is a nice little start. We'll mix a little. We'll put a little of that in there. Yeah, that's good. That's getting low. We're gonna finish that off. Get some more of that. Replenish that bottle up. See, these are nice containers to keep it in, man. They're airtight containers. See how I can do this.
What you do is you click on yourself to make yourself bigger. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah,
You're learning, brother. You're getting it down.
Some Cali Dream in here. We'll mix it in here. This is a nice sativa to mix with the indica. Nice little, nice little nugget there, man.
Nice muscle relaxer.
Yeah. This will get the appetite cooking a little bit. We'll put it in there. We'll mix that with the blueberry. It's kind of like Mother Nature's speedball. And then we put it all back in this airtight humidor. See, that's got a few little jars in there of
nice.
We've been accumulating. Keeps it airtight. That's the biggest enemy of weed is light and air. So keep it as airtight as possible.
Yes, sir.
But then we take a little pinch off this, a little pinch off that.
Hey, yo, I'll be right back. I'm gonna tune this song up real quick.
Take
like 10 seconds. All right.
No doubt, brother.
This is the weapon of destruction right here. This is the Toka 2. Nice and clean. Just like it came out of the box. You notice that, man?
Oh yeah. Damn, that shit look like a crystal ball. It's so clean.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta thank my wife for doing that, bro. She keeps that nice and clean. Cleaner than she keeps me, bro. Anyway, a little pinch in there.
Get it. Bruce the Magic Dragon. Yeah.
See, nothing, no smoke left behind. Nothing wasted.
And not even a cough. My man's a pro.
All right, I'm back now. Yo, let's talk about Bud versus Porter, man.
Yo, we love that fight. That was a great fight, 150.
I've been seeing some of the fans talk about the premature stoppage, man. Man, we all know Bud is a professional finisher. He knows how to close the show. So
that's why Kenny didn't. That's why Kenny threw that towel in, bro.
Look, Kenny
knew, Bud. He knew what was going to happen. He didn't want to see the. It was his son.
Yeah, Kenny and Bud and Porter, they known Bud for a long time. They know what's up with Bud. They already knew what was going on. Of course they're gonna start the fight. If Sean Porter got up, man, he would have took hella punishment. It would look bad on him.
Yeah, and even Sean Porter said it, bro. Sean Porter said, right after the fight, he goes, well, the punches were crisp and they were getting harder. He was starting to hit much harder. And, and I understand when my dad stopped the fight, Then his father came out and said, I know what Terrence could do. You know, it's basically what we're saying up here. You know what I mean? And I have to agree. I'm glad that he stopped it, because if we're gonna hear Sean Porter commentating, right? Because that's, you know, he's got a couple of millions doing that now. I don't. It's bad enough he's got an overbite and a lisp. Imagine him taking that damage kit and trying to commentate, dog. We wouldn't have been able to understand them at a certain point. So I'm glad that his cognitive abilities he's left with, you know, intact, and he's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta respect him more than any fighter in the PBC, because that man, he basically done fought with whoever he was supposed to fight. You know what I mean? I give it to him. He's the first one that took that crossed that street and fought Bud.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, you know, he also gave that work to Errol Spence Jr. He gave Errol Spence Jr. work that fight. You know, bro, that's a beautiful mag. Wow, classic. Woo!
It's heavyweight edition.
That shit's beautiful, man.
I got 2 damn screens I'm messing with.
You know what you do? You get yourself some frames,
I
bro.
know what I'm doing. I just have to find my mouse over here. I just have to find the there it is. Okay, there we go. Now I'll show it to you. That's a 1992 heavyweight special, Ring Magazine edition. It's got them all in there. Marciano, Jersey Joe Walcott, Joe Louis. I'll be up for grabs in my first show, bro.
Oh, nice.
First time I do some shit on here. A lot of good stuff in there. Over 300 rare drawings and dramatic photographs. Shit. Got Gene Tunney in there, bro. You got Primo Canara.
You can frame those, man. Like you got that KO magazine up there framed. That shit is nice, man.
I mean, you know, you got things like Jack Dempsey over here with Gene Tunney, the long count.
Damn.
Amazing things you found in these magazines. But that's another thing. I got to give it to my wife, man. I would have never even known I had those suckers. She found them in the closet. She found a couple of boxes with 200 vintage mags in there. She pulls one out. I'm like, oh man, 2, 3. All of a sudden, like a handful. It's like, whoa. You got some gold there, baby.
No doubt. Those are treasures, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they are true. But the thing is, I like to share them with other people. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of people who appreciate them. I have them and I read them, but collecting. See what happened was if something happened to me, they'd end up in a dumpster.
Yeah. I feel you.
My kids, my grandkids, they wouldn't care about it. They old magazines, in the dumpster, or maybe somebody would throw them under their sink or some shit like that. So I like to get them circulating. I really do. I like to give this stuff away. I don't have a lot of memorabilia. I have a few. Somebody gave me this a while ago, man. When Mike Tyson made his comeback, a little pin.
Oh, nice. He's back.
Yeah. And I had my restaurant. I was walking around wearing that, and somebody go, ooh. Somebody got
mad proud. My man was like, yo.
Subject, man. Very controversial subject, even back in the day. But, what my original thing was, I have this stuff accumulated, but I'm not into being like a pack rat, and I'm not into like having yard sales and, going on eBay and trying to sell this stuff. Dude, I like to give it to people who would appreciate it that I've spoken to on here. And, we could do maybe a trivia. It would have to be fast, though. I don't want anybody cheating and using that Alexa.
Right? Oh, shit.
Or some maybe, we could do a question pertaining to maybe a jazz question, something that I know that somebody would answer it, definitely know what they're talking about.
How about this one? How about this one? The best quote of the night on your live. The best boxing quote of the night. That'll be cool.
Oh, shit. Demetrius Andrade made the fucking quote that I'm never going to forget. He says, everybody in Raleigh goes, don't drink and drive too much.
Yeah. You know who he said that to, right? You know who that was pointed out to, right?
No.
The Ferrari flipper.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that, man. I don't know if he did, but
Bro, he's crazy, bro. That's one thing about Andre, man. He won't, he's not gonna shut up, man. He's gonna talk that shit until he gets what he wants, man. And I really do hope that he gets.
I didn't associate that at all, man. I just thought it was kind of like like the comedians say, make sure you tip your waitresses, try the veal, and don't drink and drive. Like,
Yeah.
But then he said too much. It was like,
Yeah.
What's too much?
But no, real quick, man, I just want to say, I was wrong about Bud, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the fight was gonna be good, competitive. It was competitive and it was good. But what I mean by that is, like, I'm thinking it's gonna go 12 rounds, man. Because Sean Porter's a tough motherfucker, but Bud was just a better man, bro. Like, there's a reason why Sean Porter looked the way he did in that fight. Some people were surprised, like, how he was way more patient. He rushed in at times and fought recklessly like he always does, but he's gonna do that. That's his style. But he was way more patient than what he was usually, because he know Bud is a threat. He know what Bud is. He know what's up with him. You know what I'm saying? So he had to play it smart.
Yeah.
But in the end, he got taken out, man. So
yeah, bro.
I was wrong about that. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. I'm fine with being wrong. And honestly, man, I was hoping Bud would stop him, to make a statement. I think that's gonna make the division going. It's gonna get it going,
Bro.
And he's doing with Top Rank. He better go to PBC if you want them fights, man, because them niggas gonna be running, bro.
Yo, fellas, I'm saying 150. Did you see how Errol Spence Jr. got up and left right at? Like, he didn't even stay, dog. He ran.
Bro, I said that. I said that in one of my songs, bro. I said that in one of my songs, bro. Today, I was like, walk out on this stupid bitch like Errol Spence. Yeah, Errol Spence walked out the fucking building, bro. He know what's up with it, bro.
Oh man, this kid ran, bro. I was like, my goodness.
That was insane, because that could have been a moment right there. I mean, that's what fighters been doing for 100 years. How many fighters walk up on their next contender? And that fight, that's like, damn. That's like Thomas Hearns walking up on Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. That's how long have we been anticipating that fight? It's never going to happen. Now it's a possibility. Now there's no more fences to be crossed. Now Bud's a free agent. Spence,
that's right.
They asked Spence, who do you want? Who do you think I want next? I mean, it's simple. What fight do you want to see? What fight you fucking think I want to see at welterweight?
I would like to see him. I would like to, if Spence Jr. is going to run, I would like him to beat the shit out of Ugas. Crawford Ugas. For that, because
it's almost secondary, but he does want to fight back. He wants to fight somebody before he fights Bud Crawford. I mean, granted, he deserves that, because he's coming off surgery and even that crash, he went right into Garcia, whatever you may say. He deserves a comeback fight, but my thing is, it's got to be now. He's already in training. Announce the fight. You've been cleared to fight. Announce it. Get some anticipation going. Let Bud Crawford stick his 2 cents in there. After that, let Bud be at ringside when that fight's over. Say, come on, let's get this bullshit done with, man. And have Eddie Hearn or whoever's going to promote the fight right there with a microphone in their hand and a contract to sign. That's what boxing's all about. That just doesn't happen anymore. This is why these idiots should just look at the way boxing's been run all these years. These are the golden moments. You're letting them slide right by. You're doing this stuff behind cameras. It's being talked about on social media, and you don't know what to believe. I mean, shit. This is boxing. This is two guys in a ring. Sign the freaking thing. Figure out how much money you're going to make. Divide it up. Now it's too many bean counters. Too many people. Too many. I don't know what you want to call it, but too many hands in the cookie jar, and boxing being the scum.
You got too many accountants out there. Too many accountants worrying about what the fighters are making in their pockets.
They're not boxing fans. They don't give a shit about what kind of quality fight they're going to produce. They just want to see what's going to look good on numbers, and then they're going to propose it to the promoters, and they're going to go back and oh man, it's so fucked up today. That's why it takes so long to make fights. So many different people have to approve the fights. All these weight stipulations. Stay in your own weight class. There won't be any weight stipulations. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, definitely.
Always a good fighter in your weight class. At middleweight, you got three champions, 4 champions, fucking fight each other. You guys
That's
are all
it.
talking about moving up to Canelo. Clear out your own division first. Make a name for yourself. Make that one fighter who Canelo's going to say, okay, this is a super fight. This is an event while he's out there filming the Rumble in the Jungle, bro. Damn. I mean, it is mentally retarded why they're not, why boxing is not moving up to this manner, bro. I mean, it is really, these guys, I don't know if they think they're doing good for boxing. Maybe their bank accounts are, going in a high level because it's obviously not coming in from the quality of the fights that they're putting out.
Right, exactly. And especially after this COVID shit, these motherfuckers probably went almost near broke. So now they're like more for the money, but us boxing fans are like, you want more money? You give us better fights.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. But they're having like two fights that we want to see on the same night, and it's like, what the hell? Put one on a Friday? Well, no, we got to go back and forth, and I got to watch this screen and that screen. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I was lucky because we got that one round ending with Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
And the other fight was a 1 round ending too.
Yeah.
So
I remember that card. Yeah. I remember
man, I was turned off to that. I didn't want to go back and forth. I made up the fight that I was going to watch. I was going to watch Ennis, and who the hell was the other damn? My mind's so bad, but I was going to watch that one afterwards. They both ended with 1 round knockouts, and it's like we caught both of them, fortunately, but still, they're giving us mediocre fights. Who did Ennis fight? What the hell was the guy's name?
Delorme.
Delorme. Yeah.
I mean, you can do better than that. Your 30th fight, you're on a national television stage. You can't fight somebody who's not coming off a loss. Somebody who who can make it some anticipation, bro. I just don't get the state of boxing today. It's just not happening, man. The fights we want to see.
It's the competitiveness. The competitiveness has been bought, and they sell their competitiveness to the mighty dollar. So they figure, hey, like that Mayweather saying, less risk, more reward, right? Well, that's basically what's happening here. Look what happened. Sean Porter. This is why Sean Porter, by most boxing fans, gets the most respect out of any PBC fighter, even in the heavier divisions, whoever they have over there, because he fought everyone he was supposed to fight. He fought a Garcia. He fought a motherfucking Thurman. He fought a Broner. He fought look, it keeps going on. Now, can you do that with Keith Thurman? Nope. Can you do that with Garcia? Nope. Can you do that? No, you can't. These guys. I think Sean Porter's father told him, you're going to fight everybody. He told Al Haymon, he's going to fight everybody. You know what I mean? And that's exactly because Sean Porter has the best resume in PBC.
Oh, yeah. It's just too bad we couldn't condense it a little more.
Right?
The time spans. I mean, nobody wanted to fight in the bubble. And you have to go there for 2 hours in advance, and all you had for your cardio was a bicycle. The fighters didn't want to do that, but now it's open. I didn't see anybody with masks on at this event. It's an open world. We'll see what's going to happen. We'll see if New Hampshire doesn't come down with a big infestation. If it doesn't, boxing's on again. We're not going to have to worry up here because that was a packed arena. It was awesome, man. Demetrius Andrade, he had party buses coming up from Rhode Island. I was listening to some of the talk shows. They're shouting out the party. We just crossed the New Hampshire line. Shout out to the OG. He's laughing on there. Damn, I wish I was on that party bus. They're probably smoking because you pay like $100. You get your ticket, you get to smoke, and you get to drink all the way up there. That's where it's at. Don't have to worry about parking your car. Fuck the hotel. You can nod off on the bus on the way back, bro. That's the way to go fight, man.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, that's an awesome way to go to the fight,
bro. And another thing too, bro, man, I underestimated Bud's strength. He's strong. As fuck. Like, bro, he was pushing Porter back. He was picking him up, throwing him around. Like, Porter's a strong motherfucker, bro. And Bud's just stronger. Like, bro,
he was playing Matador to the bull. I noticed. He was sidestepping, and he was using. He didn't even have to be strong. Porter was using his own strength, and he was banging into the turnbuckle, really. Bud was just a better boxer. He could avoid the shots, and the ones that he caught, he rolled with them, dude. He's
Yeah,
just,
you.
it took him 5 rounds to get loosened up to get into his style, but once he did, man, awesome.
I forgot
Yeah.
what
Shout
round
out
it
to
was.
Brian Hawkin out there, bro.
Oh, shout out
Mr.
Brian
Hawkin.
Harkin. I forgot
Shout
what
out,
round it
Brian.
was, bro. I think it was like the 5th or some shit. That's when I realized Bud was strong. Like they was in the clinch and he just picked Porter up and pushed him all the way to the other side. I'm like, what the fuck?
You
Dude,
know,
he
you
just
know why I
literally
knew.
pushed him, bro.
You know why I knew that. Yeah, he did push the shit out. You know why I knew that this fight was gonna go Bud's way ever since it was even before it was even announced. When people would throw that in, I would say Bud would win hands down. Why? Well, that fight played out just like him and Jeff Horn. He manhandled Jeff Horn too. If Jeff Horn was roughhousing, he was just picking Jeff Horn up and pushing him against the fucking ropes. You know what I'm saying? And he was playing the Matador game with him too. Every time he tried to come with that wild, she just sidestep him and boom, hit him with a hook. Boom, hit him with a nice hook. Like, you know, Bud, like I said earlier, Bud Crawford is a fucking chess player, bro. You know, and he knows how to make those punches. You know, when he does that turn that it looks like he got hit from behind when you look at it from behind, but when they replay it, this motherfucker's going with the punches. It's not connecting. You know what I mean? Take a good look at that. He knows how to slip punches like a motherfucker, Bud Crawford, man. And I'll tell you right now, hands down, bro, I will put my car down, bro. I will put the fucking house down on a bet, bro. This would be the first time I ever bet boxing in my life, bro. Bud Crawford is going to beat the dog shit out of Spence Jr., bro. Trust me when I say this. And he's going to get, but what I mean 150, my brother, is bro, Bud Crawford really don't like him. He got bad intentions for him because he's ducking him and he's making him,
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying? He's not letting him work. He's not letting him eat, you know, and a man like myself, I'm more than sure you and Bruce as well, bro, we work together. And if I can't make money and feed my family, bro, and you know what I'm saying, protect my future because of you, my man, we got a beef. We could definitely got a beef, right? So it's the same thing that Mike Tyson said back in the days. Remember when he goes, you know, you're my brother. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to fight with me. You know, you're supposed to sign the contract so I can feed my family. You can feed your family. You know what I'm saying? We're brothers at war. And every time you say you ain't gonna fight me, it's like a big disrespect because we're supposed to take care of each other. And it's true. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are really supposed to sign that contract and be like, yo, you know what? Let's make this fight. If we're not going to do it for us, let's do it for our future. These guys are not even signing fights for their future. These guys are just signing fights just to look good and get the fucking amount of money that they used to give back in the days to guys that were like pay-per-view champs and shit and kings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, how hard was it in the 80s to make $1.2 million for a certain mediocre motherfucker who just got put on because he's an opponent of a champion? Right? That was the thing. The pay-per-view back then, that was the thing. That set the standard. You know what I'm saying? They took the incentive out of boxing. The money was the incentive. The money bought you, you know what I'm saying, bought you the greatness later on. Your fighting bought you everything else before that. Your fighting bought you money, bought you everything, your recognition. These guys today are not recognized because they're recognized because they talk a lot of shit. They're on Twitter. And they're saying they're fighting this person. Come to find out, it's so cold, controversial, and so good now. Like, you know what I'm saying, like what Tyson Fury did. Oh, I'm fighting Anthony Joshua. Blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, there's something going on with Wilder. You know, right? How many fight fans swore they was leaving Tyson Fury for that, but are now back on his dick when they should have left him alone for doing that? That's the problem here. You know what I mean?
I
We're
want to
settling
shout
for
out
anything.
to Holistic Living. I want to shout out Holistic Living with Abby Stalker mom out there. Thanks for stopping in here. Brian Hodkin, bro.
Yeah.
I drop a link, but I got to get off in a couple of minutes because I told JT I'd go over there and talk some boxing, man. But you know you're always welcome here. My brother LT, man.
Yeah.
My Latin connection, man. That's my brother out there. Con Shawnery. Appreciate coming in, but I like I said, I promised JT. He sent me an invite this morning, bro, and I'm humbled by being invited to go on a panel like that. I'm not gonna blow him off, bro. So otherwise, I'd drop a link and man, we could chop up here till StreamYard throws me off because man, it's all good. It's all boxing, bro. I love it, man. It gives me a special feeling. Me and Toka too in the water.
I hear that.
We'll do a marathon on here, man.
Let me know.
whatever it may be.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
good.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. You know, anybody out there that I missed out there, big shout out. And, you know, thanks for coming on. You know, I hope you understand how much I appreciate it. I'm modding everybody up right now. Anybody fucks up, then I take your mod away and block you. But you know, you come over here now and you hang out with me, and it's all good, man. You get a blue suit. I'm new at this, but I'll get better as time goes along. I'll get to know I'm not even going to say the real one because everybody I see on here is the real one as far as I'm concerned, bro. You know, you all speak your opinion. You know, I see any bullshit and go somewhere else, but around here, man, you know, just keep it real. You know, keep the insults to yourself, bro. Am I right or am I right?
Sir. You're right. You're right.
It really is down here, man. I'm on my second glass of H2O today, bro. This is the elixir of life. I try to tell everybody, water, man. Whatever you're drinking right now, think about it. If you're drinking a cup of coffee, that's a diuretic, man. That's taking water from your body, which
look at that. Look at this. It's an extra large too. But you know what? When I go inside, I always replenish myself with water, orange juice, and then I gotta drink some type of like V8 splash. You know V8, right? They make the carrot juice and the tomato juice. You know what I'm saying? And I always mix that in together and I drink it, bro. Carrot and tomato juice is mad fucking good.
Oh, bro. I eat the carrots. I eat the tomatoes. You know, and I get the thing. The thing about juicing is, man, if you're making it, that's great. But any of those fruit juices that you buy, like those V8s, read on there, man. They are concentrated. They add sugar. There's as much sugar in a V8 as there is in a glass of Coca-Cola. Seriously, man.
And bro, you know how long it's been since I drank soda, bro?
Bro, I know people who are incapacitated and they're supposed to drink water and they can't break the habit. They're in wheelchairs and they can't just drink water where they've been told your circulation is so bad that this soda is killing you. But dude, they're addicted to fucking Coca-Cola or Mountain Dew, whatever it is. I've seen it several times.
Bro, I tell you right now, before I used to train and stuff and weightlift and shit, I used to drink a can of Coca-Cola. You know, remember the small cans that they used to come the little pub fat Coca-Colas back in the days? Yeah. And I used to drink that, right? And then I used to take a little bit of water after it. Then I used to work out, bro. That shit was like fucking fuel, bro. But the burn when you're coming to crash, bro.
Well, that's why kids who eat breakfast cereals, they go to school, you know, they have a bowl of Fruit Loops and they're wired just like you having that Coca-Cola. Then by 10 o'clock in the morning, they're at their heads at the desk because that's the effects of a simple carbohydrate. It turns to glucose. It turns to sugar. Your body, if it doesn't use it up fast, your metabolism's all fired up. Like you say, you go to that gym, you work out like an animal. These kids are going to school, they're playing, and then it wears off. You crash.
Motherfuckers in nap time.
Exactly. Oh, when I was selling nutritional supplements, we used to sell the pre-workout drinks, and they were loaded with. I mean, now it's illegal because you can't sell ephedra anymore. But back in the day, they used to sell ephedra, and these people, especially women, they would drink these things not even to go work out, just to carry on the day. They'd buy like 2 or 3 of them, and these motherfuckers are strong. I mean, this is like, you know, almost like it's classified as speed today. You can't buy ephedra because they were making you know, the hillbillies make the freaking bathtub.
The moonshine, and all that.
No, not moonshine. It makes a drug. It makes like a speed crystal meth.
Oh shit. Whoa.
Yeah, really. That's the main ingredient. One of the main ingredients is ephedra. They were buying that, and they were buying it. It was in cough syrup. They took it out of cough syrup, but it was the main ingredient in these pre-workout drinks, and it was even in like a Hydroxycut. Remember that?
Yeah, Hydroxycut. I remember that shit.
They used to have fen. It was ephedra and phentoline, and it's all that same. It's an amino acid, but if you take too much of it, it works just like speed on your body. And people used to take that and go work out. Their hearts are ba-boom, ba-boom. I'd be training clients, and I'd see their chest going. Oh man, you know, I just did a rip fuel before the workout. You know, they sell them right at the gym. They just chug them down. I was so sensitive to those things, man. I couldn't take any of those pre-workout drinks, those diet aids.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't need them, and secondly, they made me get jittery. You know, when they first came in and I was selling them, I tried a couple of pre-workout supplements. My hands are shaking. I'm sweating. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not going to take these things. But people were hooked on them. People were buying them like crazy. And but then people were buying cases of them, and that's when the FDA stepped in and they found out what they're buying it for. They're taking the amphetamine out and they're making the methamphetamine out of it. So I got a cease and desist order. It couldn't be sold anymore. I had a back room full of it that people was, oh man, let me buy that case. And I'm like, shit. Okay, give me $200 and walk out the back door with it, because I was supposed to throw it in the dumpster, and I had $1,000 worth of these diet pills, and bro, I couldn't afford to lose $1,000 out of the pocket in business then. But the thing is, these people were addicted to them. They were addicted. They were saying, "Oh, you got to have something else that's just as good," and that's right now. They got Red Bull, and all Red Bull is, it's just loaded with caffeine.
Caffeine.
It's got different names, so they'll add a different, like a French version, guarana, and oh man, but basically it's caffeine.
Right.
Bro,
I got a question to ask you, because when even though I got my answer, I know you're a nutritionist. So, all right, I used to take the amino acid pills, right? Those big fucking amino acid pills they used to sell back in the 80s?
The branched chain amino acid pills?
Yes. Yeah, them shits that are the size of my thumb.
Yeah.
Shits? So every time I used to work out with that, because remember, I was also, amino acids are good to cut up as well. You know what I mean? To get cut up and shit.
That's old-time bodybuilding. And see, amino acids, everybody gets amino acids. Your body needs amino acids. That's all every time you take in protein, that's what amino acids are. But they have the branched chain amino acids that you're talking about. Valine, methylene, naline. But anyway, there's 4 of them, and they're considered the building blocks of muscle. Some scientists discovered that the most abundant amino acid in your muscle are the branched chains. So these bodybuilders are taking down these horse pills after a workout, and they were all these supplements only became legal in 1995. They had something called the DSHA Act that was passed. Oh, bro, it's 1:30, man. I'll have to save this for another topic, man.
Oh, no doubt.
Appreciate all your cats coming here, bro. I got to split. Everybody out there, man. Bruce Goes, thanks you all for coming. God bless everybody. I'll be around real soon. I'm a minute late. I promised JT I'd be on his broadcast. All right, man.
All right, do your thing, brother. No doubt. Everybody, man, go check out. Definitely.
God bless. Thank you.